I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And today, I got nothing. Seriously, I don't know what to talk about. Do I do a podcast on the fact that I can't get away from a presidential race, which is still a year and a half away? Or do I do a podcast that points out that the Pope of politics and the one voice of sanity and hilarious truth, Jon Stewart, is no longer doing verbal atomic drops on these inept hack bitches that want to run the country? Do I do a podcast on the fact that global warming is going to destroy the very life we know, and if not us, our grandkids for sure? We are in the middle of the sixth great extinction, people. Face it. Time is running out. And what are we doing? Nothing. I get that the dinosaurs couldn't change things because they had tiny arms. It's hard to pick it when you can't hold a sign. And I get that we can't do anything because we need to binge watch Game of Thrones and then Twitter war about it. Or do I do a podcast on the fact that black people seem to be getting shot and killed with amazing regularity by amped up police officers? Or a podcast about how amazing our law enforcement is, that they are understaffed and underpaid and the good ones keep a lid on the chaos? I have an opinion, but who really cares? Not even me. Frankly, I hate when I talk. Do I do a podcast about the Iran nuclear deal? Because we at the podcast actually know some people who know what is really going on, and they say, do the deal. We need to move forward. And are we really afraid of Iran? Is Israel really afraid of Iran? You know, every time someone in Iran even says the word nuclear, or as President Bush said it, nuclear, Israel sends in some Jewish ninjas and they blow up a couple of buildings. You know, park a U.S. aircraft carrier in the Gulf like a cop with a radar gun, and if Iran exceeds the yellow cake development speed limit, we shut down their nuclear capability with our nuclear capability. But if we get nukes, how come they can't have them? Because we're the good guys, right? And only the good guys get nukes. But then how come Pakistan and Asia's riddling-needing problem child North Korea get nukes? Yeah, I know. It's complicated. Not really. See, complicated and hypocritical are not the same words. Now, do I talk about the drug companies and Wall Street putting profits before people, or the fact that our food is not only making the U.S. the most obese nation on the planet? Sorry, we're number 2 now. Mexico is number 1. Gracias, amigos. Our food not only sucks, but lights a battalion of free radicals in our system that builds cancer faster than China can build ghost cities. Or do I talk about China, a country that we have been told to be afraid of for 2 decades? They own our debt. They take our jobs. No, we borrowed money so we could all have cars and houses we can't afford, and we gave our jobs away because the union wanted too much and the corporations wanted to pay too little. Or do I talk about how at the end of the day, none of it matters because no one cares, because that is the fucking truth. So instead of a podcast about any of it, I'm going to eat a double cheese bacon burger cheesecake chalupa, make a Zoloft martini, play Grand Theft Auto until my frontal lobe burns out, then masturbate to Russian grandma porn while ordering $350 designer gold lame high tops to wear when I meet another disgusting STD-riddled human on Tinder. Man, I need a new idea. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Hello, everybody. Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. What is up? I can't believe that's a phrase from the early 90s. What's up, people? All right, how we doing? Rock and roll, woo! Give me a whoop whoop.
Crisscross, so make you.
Jump, crisscross, so make you. All right, everybody. So, as always, we are back from vacation at this time of year. We had a great vacation with the family. With me to the right is the lovely Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
In the distance, that's going to scream now, is Fetus. Hey! He's doing something for us right now. I got to talk to you about something. So every week I sit down, and I've bitched about this before, and I try to write the freaking podcast. And with the debates that just happened and the Iran nuclear deal, there's so much that I could bitch about that I decided to bitch about all of it. How about that? It was basically bitch potpourri today. And I tried to do it in a way like I didn't know what I was talking about. What I'm tired about is that there's nothing that happens anymore that people don't pick sides on. You know, we should be going like with the Iran deal. Okay, wait. We haven't had a deal with Iran for since the 70s or whatever, 80s, and we got a deal with them that we can check them for 10 years and do. Okay, why don't we try that? No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. We need to kill everybody in Iran. If we killed everybody in Iran, there's nobody in Iran, and we can build like a Six Flags over Iran there, then that's the deal we want. Kill everybody in Iran, they're all dead, and Six Flags over Iran. Yeah. And we don't know shawarma. Like, it seems like we don't get any forward movement in the world. And the presidential debates were, did you see them?
I did.
No, and I mentioned that we know someone who lives close to us who knows a little more about the Iran deal than
Wasn't I with you when I saw them?
what the debates.
The debates.
We were kind of not really watching the debates. We were playing gin. I learned how to play gin this weekend,
And
people.
drinking. I was drinking,
Yeah,
so I was having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, we were drinking with a very an older woman,
Yes.
grandma, who's hilarious, and
A card shark.
our foreign correspondent, who's also a card shark.
Correct.
And a chemo patient who has really got an attitude when she plays cards. It was the worst sitcom cast ever, frankly.
It was pretty awful.
Or the best.
Yeah.
So then I watched the debates, and I am stunned at the level of stupid and empty suits that we have trying to run for this country. Guys who said one thing 5 years ago are saying something totally different. I'm talking on both sides. Hillary won't even answer a question. Trump is like, what?
You covered it by saying guys.
Yeah, right. But Hillary won't even answer a question. She's not saying anything. It's all bullshit. And what bothers me is that there's nobody that wants to fix it. So I'm going down the list. China, they just devalued their currency. You guys don't know. Like, I keep up with all this stuff. I know you don't care. You'd much rather me do dick jokes, but I can't.
I would.
So the currency, they devalued their currency, which makes the dollar stronger, which makes our exports more expensive, which screws our country. So again, like, we're getting dicked with. And the thing is that everybody feels helpless. Maybe that's what this was about. Maybe this podcast is about I got nothing because I got nothing to do. I got nothing to say. I can't fix it.
And yet you haven't breathed since it started. You
I didn't
with
say-
nothing to say.
I know. I said I didn't say I was going to stop talking. I said I had nothing to say.
Oh.
I'm like those guys at the debate. I'm talking. I'm just not saying anything. Let's be clear.
Oh. Well, it sounds mildly informed.
That's the new that is the new T-shirt for the podcast. Titus podcast. ... mildly informed. There we go. Fetus, write that down.
Got it.
So what do you think about it? I mean, are you
Mildly informed and fairly accurate.
Yeah, mildly informed. Mildly informed, fairly accurate, roughly. That's our new.
As far as you know.
That's okay. Write all that down. 'Cause those will be T-shirts available coming up.
Every once in a while, we get some people that know more.
Yeah, and boy, do we hear about those people.
But it's like 4 people, and they write in, and I always think, oh God, I hope they don't like have a lot of followers, or I hope none of our other listeners read their posts or whatever. Because
They don't. You would think that in a country of 400 million people that we would actually, or 380, whatever it is, that we would have, like, everybody would want to be informed. Like, the guy that was the smartest guy would have 14 million followers on Twitter. Turns out, no.
Kim
The real-
Kardashian does.
The real smart guy has 11 followers, and he's following 237 people, and it says lives in cabin in woods, writing manifesto. That's his description. And he doesn't have a lot of followers. We are in a weird way have slowly become hateful of the smart, hateful of the informed. Because now people are this way. You can lay out facts to people, and they'll go, "I don't care. That's not what I believe." Well, no. It doesn't matter what you believe. This is actually the facts.
Yeah, but the problem with that
Those
is
are
that
your facts.
the dissemination of information is so vast
Dissemination,
and varied.
nice word. Don't you I just heard people just click the podcast off. Dissemination,
No, the 4 smart
artificial
people
dissemination.
got excited.
You know,
What?
yeah, that's how you're gonna get
It's
pregnant.
so vast and varied that there are facts, quote unquote, being put out on both sides that are inaccurate. So I have even heard you before spout facts that were not true.
I had to read. Yeah, but there are facts I read somewhere.
I know,
And
which
when I
makes
found
them
out,
true.
but it's weird. Our whole family too. The right wing, because we have a family of kind of lefty, middle, and right wing. We really do have a weird, broad base in our family, and we all got along for 8 days, and no one punched anybody. It was pretty cool, even during the debates. Although it did get heated for a minute, but that wasn't bad. Even the right wing of our family will send us stuff. And then, to our credit, they're smart enough to check it out on Snopes, and then go, Ancient Pink Squash would be like, "Oops, sorry, not true, my bad." I love that about them. We need
right, but we have some people in our family, like you, who tend to think that they're
subtle.
right, and that there's no, like, you just think that you're right. That's pretty much the
Right. I'm an average American. Yes.
But there's no
I
way
just think that
to
I'm right.
make you think that possibly you could have read something that wasn't correct, or possibly you misremembered it, or like you are pretty staunch on.
Once I know that, but if I am wrong, I go look it up, and I will. If I am wrong, I'll say, well, that's not what happened. I do go look at the facts, and that's why when we had some in our family get kind of fired up at me during the debates, I was like, well, that's actually not what happened. They said that Obamacare was written in as it was an executive order. I said, no, both houses voted it in, it passed, and then it got actually backed up by the Supreme Court. That was voted in by.
But that's probably what Fox said.
Right. Well, we have there's now Uncle D, who is in the far right he just basically, if I get it, Fox News at their house is on all day long, and it's funny because here's what I love about my Uncle D. He will sit there, him and I can have a 2-hour argument about right and left, and at the end we'll still go fishing and we're still buddies. That's where I wish the rest of us could get. Because right now, like whether it's the Iran deal, Obama's crazy cutting a deal with Iran. Well, you know what? The Iranians have had sanctions against it for so long. They don't have any money. Your mom went to Iran, right? Mm-hmm. And what did she say about the Iranian people?
Very nice and just really overjoyed and excited to see Americans there.
They don't like our policies in the Middle East, but they love them, the Western culture, and they love us. The Persians, they were us. By the way, before all this stuff went to shit in Iran, they were us. Cafes, high fashion, everything. But now it's all crazy.
A lot of high fashion in Iran.
Yes, look it up. The Persian people, yeah. That's why when you meet an Iranian in America, you go, "You're Iranian?" They go, "Persian." They'll get this attitude. They don't fuck around. They're like, "Nope, not Iranian, Persian, totally Persian." I don't know those people. Israel's cool. Let's move on. That's how they feel. And that's the thing. Israel to me is like, Israel keeps saying we're going to get destroyed by Iran. Every time Iran breathes weird, a bunch of Jewish guys from Israel go into Iran and blow up a bunch of buildings and then get out without losing a guy. Every time they've gotten close on a nuclear program, Israel has gone in and dealt with them. If anything, if Iran should be going, we are so afraid of Israel. They are destroying every time we do. Why am I doing an Israeli voice?
I'm not sure.
That was weird.
It's weird. You talked to someone who was Israeli.
I did.
Today.
I talked to somebody who was very Israeli, and they was telling me that I will talk to you about. Been in the country 600 years, still talk like they.
Which makes you so mad.
It doesn't make me mad. It's just like I can't understand it. I need a Yiddish to English translator sometimes.
There's a point where it's like 3 sentences in that it's almost like a hairball or something forms from all the.
There's a lot of going on.
And there's a point where you really cannot understand him.
He's also like a billionaire. Like he's also like the most successful guy I've ever met in my life. So it's weird. It's fun to make fun of him though because he doesn't listen to the podcast. The point is, we're getting hit with so much information that all seems bad. It's all bad now that I don't know what to react to. Global warming. It seems like we can't do anything, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like, they're calling it now, the scientists are calling it the 6th extinction. Basically, in the history of the world, there's been 5 times where almost all the species got extinct, and then we started back again. We're losing so many species per day now because of what we've done with climate change and pollution. We're losing like thousands of species a day. Fetus, look it up. Are you going to answer me? Are you here?
6th great
extinction. Yeah. How many species a day are we losing? And it just seems, what bothers me is that some of them can go. There's something, I got bit by a horsefly on vacation. If the horseflies are extinct, I thought it was a bee sting. I've never, how do you guys live in the South? How did you live there? Because it is the bugs there, they're not bugs. They're borderline rodents. Your bugs are not bugs.
What? They're not my bugs anymore. I haven't lived there in a long time.
I know, and you love it here.
I do. They bit me too. I'm like welted. I'm totally fully welted because I'm sweet meat.
You're a bit of a bumpy bombshell.
I'm sweet.
You are sweet meat.
The problem with the 6th great extinction is last time it happened, we lost 90% of our species due to an asteroid. This time it's happening because it's all our fault.
Right, yeah. Last time it was a big rock from outer space hit the planet. Now we've just decided to turn the evil spigot up and the pollution spigot on, and basically we're drowning in shit right now, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. How many species a day?
Well, he already clicked off that stuff.
I know. He went back to it, though. You know why? Because he's the fetus, and he knows how the system work.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. System, he's a white boy, like young white boy, man. System work good for him, don't work good for me.
All right. He always complains. He still complains all the time.
It says up to a third of all species of vertebrates are considered threatened, and 45%
I like
of
the
most
way he says
species
threatened.
of invertebrates are now threatened.
Threatened.
It's threatened. Oh, don't believe he talks like Harry Potter.
Threatened.
It's threatened.
I thought it was Valley. Very Valley.
Totally threatened. Everybody's
Threatened.
threatened. So you didn't give me a number. Someone said it was like 10,000. And we're not talking big species. We're not losing the hippos. We're losing a bunch of bugs that feed other bugs that feed other bugs. I guess we are losing hippos
White
because
rhino.
the white rhino. Yeah, the white rhino. Weirdly enough.
Oh yeah, the white rhino gonna get a stink. It ain't gonna happen ever. You know why? Cause all the other cause the white rhino been running things for a long time. You know who in trouble? Black rhino. That's who.
Oh, now you woke him up.
Black rhino been shot by cops left and right, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you black rhino. Yo, pull over, black rhino. Yo, why you got an ear flicking? Yeah. That's what happened, man. The black rhinos get harassed all the time. White rhinos just like, go ahead, white rhino. Yeah, you cool.
Because her ears flicking?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's comparable to like a black man with a blinker with a taillight broken.
I got it.
Yeah.
Willie's back.
Racism.
Willie's
on Safari.
He is the ray of Safari racism. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what protest to plan. I don't know how do you make it better when it's everything? How do you fix it when all the news talks about is everything is fucked up?
Yeah, but it's not news anymore. We've talked about this. It's not news. It's salaciousness. It's selling advertising or newspapers or magazines or whatever. I mean, it's like the worst sororities ever. FOX.
Yeah, CNN.
It's totally
Yeah,
CNN.
Right.
And
MSNBC are the cool kids. They're the hipsters. They're the hipster sorority. What would that be? I didn't go to college, so what would that be? What would MSNBC be? With
do you
Rachel
think
Maddow and stuff.
MSNBC? Oh, because of her. I was gonna say like that dude, the Ed Show or whatever. He's a Rush Limbaugh in reverse.
Yeah.
Blowhard.
There's a lot of blowhards. That's the problem. Is like, and currently right now, we could have President Blowhard. We could literally have President Blowhard. You know what Donald Trump said today? He said, "What are you gonna do about immigration? Good things, very good things. We're gonna do good things. We're gonna do big things." Next question. And that's what he said over and over. And then they said, although he did say something about Planned Parenthood, which was interesting. You want to talk about pulling a grenade in the Republican ranks? He says, first, let me tell you right now. I got to tell you that Planned Parenthood is not bad. The abortion thing is bad. That's 3% of what they do. 3%. 97% of what they do is health for women. Health for women, very important. Those sluts, those hoes, they need their help. But he didn't say that. But I mean, it's kind of got that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's got that undertone of pandering. But he said that Planned Parenthood, he goes, they should be funded. Maybe the abortion thing should stop, but 97% of what they do helps women. And I was like, what is wrong with this guy? Like every time I want to hate him, he says something. He's got no plan at all. He's got no plan. If you follow me on Twitter, by the way, I did probably one of my best, smartest jokes in a long time.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Please follow Christopher Titus on Twitter at Titus Nation.
Follow me on Twitter at Titus Nation.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, this is
super
good jokes.
duper awesome
I popped
joke.
out 3 good jokes today. I'm really
Also, if you get bored with him, follow at Ray Bradley on Twitter.
Yeah, there's some pretty pictures of her too on there.
Oh no, those are on. Oh, if you want to, yeah.
Oh, you want to see You want to see Bombshell? By the way, just so you guys know, Bombshell ain't just a nickname.
On the Instagram at Ray Bradley.
I made a mistake, guys.
I
screwed myself. We were having a discussion, Ray and I said, you know what you got to do? I said, look, you're so smart and you're so competent. I go, but you're also super sexy. Listen. I go, you want more followers? You want more this and that? Go put up some sexy pictures of yourself. Well, I just lit a fuse maybe I shouldn't have lit, because the next day we're out at the beach in North Carolina, and there's this picture taken of Bombshell that is holy shit beautiful, holy hell sexy, in a bikini. So what's your
Grandma took it.
I love that grandma took it too.
My grandma was trying to catch a picture of my ass so that she would have a blackmail photo, because I have so many. I like to photograph her when she falls asleep in random places with her mouth open,
hanging out of her pants,
or whatever. Right.
Yes.
So now she's nervous. She's skittish.
Yeah.
I was just with her on Monday
got
by
her on
myself.
edge.
She's skittish. She's like a wild bird. You got to catch her. You got to be
Rachel, don't take pictures
wily
of me.
and quick when she's sleeping now.
Right.
But I was doing perspective shots before of her mouth because it's wide open when she sleeps and her eyes kind of cross and don't close
It's
all the way.
great.
It's awesome. So anyway, like the camera would be all the way up in her mouth, or I'd be shooting from the dog up to her. It was like I had some cool ones. But anyway, so now she's scared. So she was trying to catch me, but she actually got a pretty good picture of me. Just it's all angle. It's all angles, baby. It's not real. But
Okay. So what is your Instagram?
Ray Bradley,
Okay.
just like Twitter.
Gentlemen, you want to see what Bombshell Ray really looks like? Go to Ray Bradley on the Instagram.
Go.
I guess I didn't want. It was so good. I was like,
So-
you can't put that up.
But you retaliated by putting up one of yourself in your Speedo, and I feel like women
I did not.
go
I
follow
just-
Christopher
I just-
Titus 01 on Instagram.
I got nothing, people. She's lying.
You should.
She's lying. I will not put it in my Speedo. First, that's just for you.
Thank
See
you.
how good it is that she burst out laughing. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
What do we do? What do you think we should do?
I don't know.
There's got to be something. Hey, Fetus.
Fetus is
you're,
playing.
You're the future.
You're the future.
So what do you
Oh,
think?
dear
You
God.
tell you what, get on the mic for a second. You can go actually sit down on the mic.
I
turn your mic
believe
on.
the fetus is a
Future. Teach him well and let him lead the way. Harry Potter, he is a Hufflepuff. Give him a sense of pride.
Can you repeat the question?
Make it. What do you think, man? All you see is nightmare on the TV. How does it? Now I've been around a long time, so I've gone through phases of nightmare. But you're 23, man. How does that How do you deal?
I just don't have cable.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how the world ended. What happened? Oh, the 23-year-olds, none of them cared.
They snuggled puppies because they were stressed about test time.
Right.
Yes, they did.
And
yeah.
they didn't get cable.
They did. Puppy snuggling, no cable.
You
I pick
said,
what I want to watch.
what do you think about the nukes that are headed this way? And he said, what's a nuke?
What's a nuke?
I don't feel threatened. And then the world ended.
Wow, maybe you shouldn't sit down because you just get body slammed. No, seriously, man. Don't you have any fear of it, or are you just trying to live your life?
Listen, I think that my generation, like us young fetuses, enjoy
Feti.
Mm-hmm. Plural, please use plural.
We're informed. Like we're on Twitter, we're on social media. Like we know what's
Tinder.
going on.
He's on
Yeah,
Tinder.
we're on Tinder. You know what's
I'm
going
not-
on.
Yeah, okay. And
What's your handle on Tinder?
I don't have Tinder anymore. I deleted it. I told you
Why?
that.
Because of the STD thing?
I
Yeah,
deleted
that's
it
right.
when I got out of college.
Those-
I thought you had Tinder. You met a girl here. Two
No,
girls.
that was a college story that I told you.
Oh, we thought you still had it.
No.
So those bumps are just that's your genetics.
Yeah,
Okay, the red bumps are just
that's right. That's right. It's just they're just hanging out.
Handed down from mama.
No. They're just
Mama.
chicken pox. I never-
Okay, so you haven't had Tinder since
Mama
you lived in
was
Los
a
Angeles?
Rolling
Correct.
Stone.
Correct. That's
Uh-huh.
correct.
Wherever she laid her pants was a home.
I'm sure that if nukes get launched at the U.S., we have some super secret laser system that's going to shoot them out of the sky or something.
Okay, that's someone who reads comic books. All right, thanks. You're off the mic again.
okay.
Get-
Fair
Super
enough.
Go
secret
sit down.
laser.
Super secret lasers.
I'm afraid that fetus
Sharks
is
with-
our future.
The planet will be blown away. All right, so we got no answers from the younger generation. So just so you know, people, we're fucked, and we just proved it.
We need an old person.
Oh, I'm here.
No, right. What is your plan?
Tell you what, the oldest person I ever talked to, I said it's weird because I'm at an age now where I got interested in the world and I started following the world and figuring out what's going on, and it's not helping. And I think I actually believe that Jon Stewart left because he's been doing that show for 16 years, and it's not gotten better. It's gotten worse, and yet he is really every day stood for making it better, calling people on their bullshit, taking Fox down for lying, calling Democrats and Republicans on lies. And you know what? It hasn't made a difference. The clown car that is the current presidential nominees now is crazy, and I think he left because he realized he wasn't doing anything.
What's the question on the table right now?
What do we do?
About what, though?
If it's everything, it's all bad. That was my whole point. I got nothing. I don't know. Like, it's all bad. We've done, 150, 200 podcasts now? All it does is we get some people that are informed. They listen, they go, and then they go, and they, what do you mean? Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head?
We've done more than that, right?
No, I'm just.
What are you shaking your head?
I don't have. Never mind.
It's a bad place to go.
No, I'm just saying, like, you're looking at all the bad things, but there's lots of good things too.
Give me get back on the mic. Give me 3 good things. Back on the mic. 3 good things.
The
I want to hear.
optimism of the
Yeah, the
future.
optimism of the 23-year-old.
I believe the fetus is our future.
All right. Okay.
Teach him well and let him lead the way.
So we finally have taken down the Confederate flag. We talked about that on the podcast.
That good? Okay.
Yeah.
That took how long? 200 years?
That's still a good thing.
But did we
it's
take
100
it down
years, 100 years.
everywhere, or did it just come down?
I mean,
over
it's
the
starting to come down.
government?
Like,
just so you know, we were on
building.
vacation, went to this lovely restaurant called the Sanitary, and as where there's a guy in a 1986 Jeep Cherokee who has now welded a flagpole to his car and is driving through the streets of North Carolina with a full-size
I can beat
Confederate
that. I
flag
can
on the
beat
back
that.
of his car.
I got it. I was flying out of New Bern, North Carolina on Monday.
Right?
I was letting the dogs out before I went in and got my ticket from the same guy that would be TSA and
got
the
a
same
poop day.
guy that led me onto the plane and
Yeah.
then flew the plane. It's like the same people.
You at
keep
gate 1 or gate 1.5?
Yeah, it's one gate and one room. It's one room. And I looked up, and in this pickup, this big Dodge Ram was slowly rolling by the airport, and it had this huge dog in the back. And I was like, wow, what kind of dog is that? And it starts to go by, and I see that its whole back window is a rebel flag, and it's a bearded billy goat riding in the back
It's not a
of the
dog.
truck. It was not a dog. It had a long beard and a nub tail thing. It was huge.
This is part of the show we called Real Cliches.
Yeah, right? And you know me, I was like, my phone, fuck. And, and the guy went around the building before I could get it.
I love that you picture sexy pictures of you and billy goats on your Instagram. Very nice.
Then I went in and got held up by TSA, and I used that in air quotes as well. A dude on a flip phone for half an hour over prescribed cough syrup. Half an hour. I'm not kidding you. My bald mother boarded the plane, which was right behind me. And I'm like, my mom, I'm caregiver. I have to, and sorry, ma'am, gonna need you to hold on. And he flipped open the phone and called someone else on a flip phone.
Who searched you?
Oh, some lesbian.
Oh, all right.
Over cough syrup. It's
Wow.
half
you
an
you
hour.
actually got searched. You got patted down.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use the back of my hands when I get to your sensitive private parts.
They didn't really say it, did they?
Oh, yeah. And I kept saying, I don't care. Just do it. Just don't wait. Just
Yeah,
do
you
it.
say that a lot.
Ma'am, we got to say this. We got to say, I got a man here observing me today. That's what she told me.
My
And that
goodness.
man was the man, Johnny on the spot, with a flip phone, who was calling like Washington, D.C., Cooter Brown or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Over my cough syrup. I'm not bitter about this at all.
By the way,
But
I
I
heard-
just feel like if you're going to hold me
I-
up for 30 fucking minutes, you should at least have a smartphone or something from this decade. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
You're
Maybe
not
a
wrong.
list. Have it just a piece of paper with a list of shit that it's okay to go through.
No, I got to call someone else.
We don't keep that here. We keep the list is in a vault in Washington D.C. and I got to call that guy. He got to open the vault, pull out the list. He got to read it to me. And if your prescription is not on there, we will let you go free. But until that time, ma'am, I'm going to be touching your vagina with my back knuckles.
He's probably calling the dude with the goat in the back of his truck. That dude was like, I don't
On
know,
the cage.
Bill. Anyway.
so 3 good things.
Okay,
So we
Confederate
shot
flag,
that down. We shot it down
Still
because it's
flying. Still flying all over.
Okay,
it. No one has gotten it. No one has gotten that the Confederate flag was literally a racist symbol. No one's gotten
people
it.
are starting to get it.
No,
though.
we got it. The people.
all
that,
the people that already didn't have them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So,
there you go.
We're all reassured
Gay
yet
marriage was
again.
We've
legalized
just pissed
in
the
the
people.
US?
We've just pissed the people off that have rebel flags. Basically, go ahead.
is it gay marriage was legalized in the U.S.?
That's fine.
Which is,
More human rights. Okay.
yeah, that's a step forward.
Yeah, for a very very small version of the population, but okay. All right, that's good.
That's
We're
good.
moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a worldwide but okay.
okay, okay.
Because you're talking
Are we talking
about
about U.S.? We're talking about in the world.
okay, because I
Period.
think he's talking world, and he was using examples of like Iran nukes.
I'm talking about the sixth extinction, Iran nukes,
Yeah,
China
big-
fucking with our economy, Russia.
End of the
Russia,
world
yeah,
type stuff.
it just seems like we're building towards this weird thing, and it's and because I'm not 23 anymore. No offense, I pay a little more attention to it because I have to write this damn podcast every
Anytime
week.
someone
no,
says
there's-
no
there's-
offense.
there's-
I've offended you.
Yeah.
No, there's totally, this this darkness that is kind of coming towards the human race that needs to be stopped.
Okay, good.
You know,
now we're making
yeah,
it a little more
it's-
cynical.
there we
There's
go.
there's definitely this terribleness which is coming.
Terribleness.
Yeah, that's my college education. coming in.
23-year-old
Yeah.
Yeah.
terribleness.
And so I'm aware that all this terrible stuff's going to happen, but that's not going
It's
to.
not going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. I had a
Wait.
epiphany this week.
He's aware. He
Yeah.
said he's aware now.
right.
No, I'm well aware.
but do you think you can fix it?
I think that we can all play a role in fixing it.
How? Okay, that's what I want to know. Because tell me what I can do.
How
Well,
many?
in the U.S., you want to work on voting for people that will actually try and make a positive change.
Rick Perry.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn, people.
How many dating sites are you on?
One.
All right.
Which one?
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, Cupid. All right.
I like that he's kind of actually.
Why
kinda narrowed
did
it
you
down.
select OK Cupid?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't know. Oh wait, no, I do know. I have a friend that got his girlfriend from OkCupid, and I was like, "Does it work?" He's like, "It worked for me." I was like, "Okay,
That's a good selling point.
Is it your real name?
yes, it is."
All right, ladies, go to Ryan
No,
Farmer on
no.
OK Cupid.
Come on, homie. What, you mad?
No.
If you're
Ladies
a Hufflepuff.
and men, he supports
You
gay
have-
marriage.
By the way, you have to take the Pottermore test. But if you hit Hufflepuff, go
It's
to
a
the-
match.
There's nothing
Yeah, it's a
wrong with
match.
being a Hufflepuff.
There is nothing wrong. I only want.
There's nothing right about it either, and I think that's
I-
what the issue is.
Hufflepuffs make the best friends.
It's
Yes,
a
they do.
very
They're-
a very safe house.
I'm getting
They're-
off the mic.
They're dependable. All right, go back. Finish it. Print that out.
I'm afraid that fetus
This is our future.
We can teach him, and we
Can't
can't let
lead-
him lead the way.
Cause he's gonna turn it into nuclear hell.
But he's got a lot of lasers.
I know somewhere we've got a laser that'll handle it if it goes wrong.
He just left the room, so that's
Yeah,
why
he
we're
walked out.
especially mean.
He walked out. All right, guys. So the world, do me a favor. Do what you can do on a daily basis. Here's what I don't want people to have, and I don't want people to get to that place where they don't have hope anymore. I think that's where we go wrong. I kind of got to that place where today I got to write the podcast. What can I write about? And there was so much to write about. I didn't write about anything specific because there wasn't something. I was like, holy shit, black people. We 3-4 more black people got killed like randomly. One guy was holding a bag and he got killed. And what? And it's just happening all the time. And there's actually too much bad to write about. So you know what I should do? What if I did the next 10 podcasts on total positive things?
I throw down the gauntlet.
Oh,
I challenge you.
Can I have 5? Can I next podcast? Next
Wait,
5.
you just came up with it, and now you're trying to get out of it. It was your idea.
The next 10. I have to positively. I have to be funny positively. I'm built for that.
You're not built for
I
that.
don't think that's not the cut of my jib. That's not.
You're built for birthing.
Yeah, let's brawl. I want to brawl a little bit. Let's brawl.
You got some birthing hips. You like to wrestle.
Listen, just because my family's genetics gives us a wide hip, a pear shape, is not your problem.
You told me that before I went on stage in Dayton. You told me that you had birthing hips, and then they were like, Rachel Bradley, and I walked on stage, and I was up there the whole time thinking, what?
Yeah, I was trying to get you out of your own head. Sometimes before you walk on stage, you get a little bit.
No, I'm just trying to actually think about what I'm going to say. That's weird, right?
This week, speaking of where we're going to be this week,
Oh.
Philly, Helium in Philly. We're going to be there this week at Helium in Philly.
Fury.
Now, I haven't passed this past Bombshell, and she may get pissed because she's my business partner. But here's what we're going to do. People, we're working on a movie called Special Unit right now. We are going to start filming in February. We have raised a certain amount of money. It's not enough, but it's enough to get it going. So we're doing it no matter what. Whether we film it with a skateboard and an old crank camera or a daguerreotype, it's getting done. I'm going to make you guys a deal. We've been doing this podcast for how long now? 4 years?
A long time.
You don't get to complain. I'm writing these things every month.
The
You've
best
done
years of my life.
There you go. We've wasted the best years of her life, and we've done it for. I think we've had 4 ads total, 5 ads total, maybe.
What do I know?
So here's what I'd like to do, guys. I'm tired of this Indiegogo, all this other stuff. It's gotten old. Everybody's asking for money. I need monies because I have to get drunk. Like people asking for it's just the weirdest shit. I want to give you guys something. Here's what I'm going to do. Between now and September 30th, if you order a Titus DVD off of ChristopherTitus.com, it'll be free shipping. That saves you about $7. Okay, so if you do it, and I want you to know that every dime is going to this movie Special Unit. every dime of it. I'm already putting up some of my own money into it that I've been saving for a while, and I've got a couple other people that are involved, and we're doing this movie. And we will actually have a trailer up for the movie at Christopher Titus TV on YouTube pretty soon. And I want to talk about something. We also have, we always put up a new video every week, and we're going to do a new segment. The new segment is called, The Hell Is That All About? And it's about every time we put up a new bit on Christopher Titus TV, I want to tell the story behind it. What do you think?
I like it.
If you were involved in the podcast ever, you would know that we were doing these things.
I'm not
I know.
involved.
You just take your pretty
At
self,
all.
you show up pretty, use that lovely voice, say something.
Hi.
See? You use that, and you get by on it.
Yeah.
And you're fine with that.
Yep.
Next
Next question.
I really don't like you for this at all.
Anything else?
No. So here's what we're gonna do. So the bit we put up was that whole thing about jealousy from Love Is Evil, which you were a huge part of. About jealousy, the Auschwitz of emotions. So what happened was my ex used to be like, you guys, you ever remember somebody super jealous? Have you ever been with someone super jealous? Okay. And what was it like?
It's hard from time to time. Don't tap your fingers at me.
You just stared at me.
That was brilliant. That was very subtle.
I'm going to keep answering questions slowly with no emotion.
Oh, you didn't get that I was making a joke that it was you. Because I said it's hard from time to time.
I am not jealous.
No, you're not. I'm just kidding.
You know why? Because you're amazingly trustworthy.
Thank you.
So I hope.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've been with someone very jealous.
But you could tell. So the bit was about, there's a bit where I do it. So
I actually used the Auschwitz jealousy, the Auschwitz of emotions against her, against your ex-wife in a text.
You sent it back to her?
Because I never, we don't communicate at all.
True.
Because she's scared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd be fine with it for your kids, whatever. I don't care. But she's not a particularly happy human being. And on your birthday a couple years ago, she just started texting manic, crazy stuff and about me, even randomly, like she's blah blah blah, and just nasty stuff about me. And I just sent back. All I put was jealousy, the Auschwitz of emotions. And she never said it. There was nothing.
But so I talk about, that moment when you're in a room, your life is going well, you're at a party, you're at a gathering, you're at a mall, whatever, and all of a sudden you feel the energy change, and it's not you that changed it, and it's being directed at you like you've done something, and all you're doing is looking at shoes, or you talk to a guy behind the counter for a second. Like I came over and to help you with shoes. Like that guy, we went shopping for you on our anniversary, and it was that guy Walter came over to talk to you. So in that situation, I just walked away and looked at shoes. That's what I did. In the other situation, there was one time there was a girl in a seminar. We had split up in the seminar. I sat next to a girl in the seminar. I told the story before.
Not me.
Haven't I? No, I was sitting next to a girl in the seminar, and we were she had gone on too long, and she goes, "Wait, before you take the break, you got to finish your story because we had to."
It's a self-help seminar.
Self-help seminar. You had to kind of share your horrible nightmare thing, and they would talk about it because they were going to make fun of how it's not horrible nightmare. It's what you made it. Whatever. So my ex comes over to me. She goes, "Let's go. It's a break." And I go, and the girl goes, "Oh, you know what? He didn't get a chance to share with me about things, so I'm gonna do it." And she bolted out of the room. Like we're in a Here was the irony to me. The irony to me was the irony that we were in a self-help seminar, and someone was so unself-aware that they couldn't help themselves.
The leaders had to go to the parking lot and talk her back in,
her back in, yes.
But that wasn't a clue.
No, that wasn't a clue. And then, so the mall thing was crazy. We'd go to the mall, and at one point I felt like the best thing to do is look straight ahead and don't look around, because if you looked around, she wasn't looking at what she wanted to look at. She was looking at what I was looking at. And if a woman walked into my vision, it was like, is that what you want? So this bit, it's Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. It is, we just watched it. I have to be honest. I used to be really funny.
Oh my gosh, you say that all the time.
I was hilarious.
And then you write another special, and then you look back on the one right before and say that, yeah, you're crazy.
I used to be
You
really
used
funny.
to be and still are very crazy.
Yeah.
So what was I going to tell you about that? What were you just talking
Jealousy.
about?
So you had a guy that your guy would change. Like he was, this story you told me before, where he was like, you guys are partying and he's really like, yeah, we're great. And if like a guy would talk to you, one of his friends would be like, hey, how's it going? You guys are buddies. And the second you left the thing, he would just turn on you.
Oh, he would wait until we left. So I'd be living my life and just having fun like a normal human being and thinking, oh, we're at a party and this is fun and people are nice and I'm just enjoying myself. And then we'd get in the car to go home together and he would, like a viper, man, just turn on me instantly
Like
about
what?
a whole list of whatever I did, and he'd go off. He was an awful human being. But then he would always try and do that separate you from anyone thing. He would always tell me, so the parties that we were going to were the baseball team parties.
Right.
My sorority sisters and his baseball team mates, whatever, we would always have parties. And a lot of his guys on his team they were cool to me. They weren't weird. They were just cool.
They knew that you were
That's
his girl.
Scott's girl, yeah.
Yeah.
And he would always tell me that they all hated me and that they would all laugh about me once I left and
What does that get people?
separate people. But I was just at Lululemon where I get workout stuff and they have a bunch of quotes on their bags because the guys that created that are graduates of
The seminar.
The
we
same
took.
seminar
Landmark Forum.
yeah.
People, you want to change your life, take the Landmark
and their
Forum.
bags are printed with different quotes and stuff
Right.
like that. And one of the quotes right in the center of every bag is jealousy works the opposite way you want it to.
Yeah.
And I always think that. I think when people are really nasty, jealous like that, it makes me 10,000 times more not want you. It
Yeah.
makes it 10,000 times more likely that I'm going to end up with someone else.
I just want to find somebody who's not you.
Yeah.
That's where you get to. Yeah.
And that's what you end up with. You end up like flipping as hard as you can to get away from that person, That's the whole thing. But anyway.
So right, so
are having a
go to
sign language
go to
conversation.
Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. A lot of videos there, guys. We put them up, and it is a veritable cornucopia of comedy. You can go
on
to
Christopher Titus TV.
yeah, and then you go to ChristopherTitus.com and you can get the DVDs. Again, DVDs, guys, now until September 30th, free shipping on all DVDs. All the funds that we make are going to fund Special Unit. So not only are you getting, if you buy the box set, if you buy one DVD, they're all 90-minute shows. All 90-minute shows, and all the money's going to help finance a movie that you're going to laugh your ass off at.
Also, if you want another veritable cornucopia of comedy,
Yes.
you can go to Philly Helium this weekend.
Yep.
Thursday through Saturday.
Yep.
And then next weekend, Tacoma
Washington.
Tacoma Comedy Club.
Yeah, Tacoma,
So-
good club, fun club. Small. It's one of those clubs that it feels like you're home.
Yeah. And the people that own it are really cool. Friday through Sunday. And then right after that is San Antonio, LOL.
We've never been there before.
Never
I
been.
can't even give you an update. I'm sure it's good because a lot of good guys have worked there, but I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Never heard of it.
And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes space, it's Bombshell Rae with the Bombshell News! Those are my new missiles.
This is something that's indicative of what's wrong with the world today. This happened
Indicative. That's two
in...
words.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. Just want to make sure.
I forgot. I'm supposed to dumb it down. I forgot.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that when you say
When I say big words like indicative,
and dissemination, people go, huh.
that's
Actually,
not even a big word.
our people don't do that. You have an English degree. I graduated from a California public school and basically did half a semester of community college. So there you go. Let's just compare where I live and where you live. Fetus went to college, didn't you?
Yeah.
So there you go. He gets it.
What's your biggest word you know, Fetus?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Nice. Very nice.
I like
Which was
it.
the original title of the Supercalifragilistic song, but they had to change it. Disney changed it.
Yeah, it didn't rhyme.
No, at all.
Dubai, this is, again, I say, indicative of what's wrong over in them parts.
Yep.
A woman drowned off the coast of Dubai because her father stopped male lifeguards from trying to save her because it would dishonor her. He actually grappled with rescuers as they tried to save the 20-year-old girl as he did not want them to touch her. By the time the lifeguards off the coast of Dubai had restrained the father, his daughter had drowned.
Oh my God. I'm sorry I'm laughing. But human beings are by far the stupidest thing on the planet. How the hell did we get the keys to the planet? Seriously? His daughter, his flesh and blood is dying. She's dying in the thing. And he's saying, don't you touch her. If you brush her boob or something, we're going to have trouble.
By the way, did you see that?
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but that's
Help! Help!
hair.
Help!
Hair.
And he was like, we need a lesbian now! I need a woman in a burqa. Swim in it! You and the Speedo, get away from her. No. Mr. Baywatch. Mr. Hasselhoff, get back.
It's why women are dying of breast cancer over there.
Because people, yeah, that's right.
The doctor that Bombshell goes to actually has a doctor friend who has created, he invented it, a scanning bra. So the women would go to the doctor in
Brilliant idea, by
the
the way.
Middle East where they are not allowed to be checked by a doctor, and they would then take the bra home, put it on, wear it for however long, take it off, and then take the bra in, and they could read the scan,
That's brilliant.
right?
I love that we have to get around an imaginary thing. Okay.
What?
Sorry. Man in the sky is going to smite us if you save my daughter's life.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's just a thing of dishonoring. Like she's been.
is that
that's
word?
it's. I don't even know that it's specifically a God thing or Muhammad or whatever it is. But I think it's something to do with this made up thing about controlling women, where women can't be touched or seen or loved.
It's not made up. It's not made up. Women need to be controlled.
Oh my gosh!
What do you say, fetus?
Good luck with that.
We're all equal.
Oh,
Go to OkCupid. Ryan Farmer. He thinks all women and men are created equal. And he has a lot of lasers.
Oh, he is so optimistic.
By the way,
laser system that'll make guys and girls get together forever.
did you know that coming in spring of 2016, what's coming to Universal Studios Hollywood?
No, what is
So
that?
excited.
What is
Oh
coming?
My gosh,
What's
he
coming?
knows. Well, I wouldn't know anyway, but either Tristan Beckcroft actually posted a picture of himself for you at Universal Studios Hollywood, The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, coming spring 2016.
Oh my God!
Look at him. Oh my
Some-
gosh.
I'm
Are you
gonna-
crying?
I may
Oh
and
my
I may
goodness.
invest
Go.
in a year pass for you, and we may for
I'm going to buy one.
when is it? When is it going to be here?
Spring 2016.
Who wants a pass for Christmas?
Me.
Who wants
I
a
do.
pass? Yes, you
I
do.
do.
Who's a wizard?
I'm a wizard.
No, you're not. You're a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuffs are.
Hufflepuff. Are they wizards?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh wow.
No, they are. Yo, they're common rooms next to the kitchens.
So they invent cakes. They like muffins. Is that what
Souffle.
Hufflepuffs?
Yo, some magic is the best.
Name
You're
a
right, that is-
Hufflepuff wizard.
Name a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
wizard?
Yeah.
Yo, Cedric Diggory was a Hufflepuff.
Oh, you know Diggory was a bad motherfucker too. He was for Hufflepuff. So
got
Hufflepuff
sucker
would never
shit.
say
Then
that.
why did you
But I'm
say?
Gryffindor, so.
Yeah, they can be
Well, it's
wizards.
because everyone disrespects the Hufflepuffs.
Right.
Everyone disrespects them.
Right.
They're the best.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
probably not.
foundation. Nah, they're weirdly the foundation of goodness. There's not a whole lot of.
Stop kissing up to him.
I'm not. I just read about it. I'm a Gryffindor. I'm not.
Woman runs marathon.
valiant.
Without a tampon
But-
to encourage
but I need
others
the
to be
Hufflepuffs to
proud
carry
of their
my shit.
periods.
Say it again. Say it again because I just got stunned.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you heard it.
No, what'd you say it again?
Woman, these are those women that I sort of despise as far as advancing my gender. Woman runs marathon without a tampon to encourage others to be proud of their period.
Jesus, really? Oh my
Harvard
God.
Business School graduate Kiran Gandhi, 26, said,
In a related story, there were 15 sharks beats themselves on the marathon route.
I ran with blood dripping down my legs.
Jeez, come on.
And I felt very empowered by that.
So did Dracula. What is your problem, lady? That I think this takes the cake for me. We've had some Florida. Is it Florida? Please tell me it's Florida.
This was in London.
We have had some Florida stories that I thought were bad.
She urged women to embrace that time of the month rather than hide away in shame. I don't know that women are hiding away in
shamed.
shame as much as being hygienic.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to bleed. You know, if I just bled out of my eye or bled out of an orifice in my body once a month, I don't think I'd just be like, "Hey, I'm bleeding on you. Sorry."
Gotta put a plug in that.
I feel
That's
weird
what
if
I
I'm
think.
talking and I see a little piece of spittle going to somebody. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm
It
so
always
sorry."
does. By the way, come get front row tickets to see Christopher
it's not.
Titus.
It's not as Gallagher as you think it's going
Because
to be.
you have said to me after a show before, because you're in your third brain when you're performing, we all are. We're
Yep.
thinking other things, and you have told me before that you've watched spit fly, just art and sail onto someone's steak.
I watched it say to their hair.
Yeah, me too.
And every once in a while, here's the weird part. Here's what you don't know. They can't see it because you're looking into the lights and it's amplified. They can't see it. It has to be pretty big. You have to literally hock a loogie on them for them to see it.
Yeah, although I have had people say something after to me. But anyway, yeah. A sports bra saves German cyclist and sets off debate over hunting.
None of those sentences
It
go
didn't,
together
did
in
it?
any way, shape, or form.
I actually had to go back and say, what? It did what?
Can you explain it? Read it. Let's
The victim,
Mhm.
a 41-year-old woman on vacation, was struck August 2nd while she was on a bike ride with her husband somewhere northeast of Hamburg. She was wearing a sports bra. There was a wild boar hunt underway. They heard rifle fire, and the woman felt a sharp pain in her chest.
Oh.
The metal underwire of her bra deflected a bullet, leaving her with a nasty bruise. This is a story Fetus pulled.
That's insane. What are the odds? I mean, that underwire is so thin that a bullet would hit that.
Well,
That's
it
someone
says
she better join a religion.
They
Yeah,
believe that the bullet rebounded off of the boar before it struck her, so maybe that slowed it down a bit. Yeah,
So the boar. Wait, they didn't kill the boar.
I don't know. I just know that they killed the bra.
The boar was wearing also.
They
a
were
bra.
they were hunting for boar and they got bra. That was it.
You made yourself laugh.
I giggle.
That was super cute.
I got the giggles.
All right, guys. Got another one?
Squirrel detained. Fetus pulled 2 German stories. Squirrel detained by German police.
Where in Germany? Where in Germany?
It's in German.
It's Germinal. It's Germinally.
I'm a bitch.
Germinally.
Squirrel detained by German police for stalking a woman.
Hello. You, Mr. Tail. Come here. Hello. No, you don't need to talk right now. Please turn around. Drop the nut. Drop the nut. Now we have trouble here. We are going to have to detain you and ask you some questions. Are those not yours? Are those not yours? Are you going to play cagey with us? You think you're so cute. And really, you're very cute. Cute little squirrel. What are you doing? You're free to go. He's super cute. You would never do nothing wrong.
Is this why you pulled 2 German stories? Because you were hoping that he would...
You're hoping I'll go into... Yeah,
I'm not even going to read the story. We're done here. You can throw the mic down, B.
Who let the squirrel go? He was very cute. I let the squirrel go because he was so cute. He was an evil squirrel. That's why he was detained. That's a stupid story. Why would you detain a squirrel?
He was stalking a woman. I told you that.
You must register with the school sexual crimes division now. You've been stalking that woman. You must stay 300 yards away from her. Oh, let me say 300 meters.
Right.
Let me correct myself. All right, guys. Titus Podcast. Thanks for listening. Do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com. Again, no shipping. Free shipping on all Titus DVDs up until September 30th. All the money goes to Special Unit. I know. It's okay. Yes, it is. I'm trying to give them a break. Yes. Don't shake your head. She's our partner. We're doing it. I don't care. Say something then. Don't just shake your head at me. Say, why do you want to not do it?
Shipping is really expensive.
It's not that expensive.
It is expensive.
I'm giving them a break so we can actually raise more money for the movie. I want to do this movie. I'm tired of the networks and I'm tired of the studios telling me what they think is funny. And I've been doing comedy 30 years, so we're gonna get together. We're gonna feel the burn, Bernie Sanders style, and we're gonna raise money with the public to get this movie done to help all these disabled actors and be balls out funny. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And again, Bombshell not inspired at all by anything I've said. Also, follow me on Twitter. Go to @TitusNation. I am pretty funny pretty much on a daily basis. Sometimes I'm just whoring shows, though. But
At
a lot of
Ray
times-
Bradley.
And at Ray Bradley. You're pretty funny, too, all the time.
Why do you have to put a
Fetus, what's
qualifier
your
in
Twitter?
front of it?
At the Ryan Farmer.
At the Ryan Farmer on Twitter if you want to make fun of Fetus like we do. He's there. Also, go to Helium in Philly this week because we are going to be kicking some ass. New show, Born with a Defect. And what else? Christopher Titus TV. You want videos right now, and you want to see what we put up this week, the jealousy video, and now you know the story behind it, go ahead and hit that. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
I did.
All right. It was good. You're funny this week.
It was riveting.
Yeah. You gave me some bored looks sometimes. I didn't like it. Fetus, you have fun?
I'm on hydrocodone cough syrup.
There you
not
go.
bored, I'm just
Everyone should do the podcast on hydrocodone
happy.
cough syrup. All right, guys. I'm Christopher Titus for the Titus
you are.
podcast, Bombshell Rae, and the Fetus, and all the other characters, and and Squirrel catching Hitler. Later.
Peace out.
See ya.
It wasn't quite right.
Do it like you mean it. Later.
Peace out.
See ya.
He's usually higher, right?
Yeah.
You know, you tried to Clint Eastwood it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're
It
not
sucks.
Clint
You just
Eastwood.
gotta let it go. That's wrong.
You're a Hufflepuff. Do
Right.
it like a Hufflepuff.
Do it. Yeah. Later.
Peace out.
See ya.
That's better.